Hello, everyone, and welcome to TUSPR Week 1 for the ptown League. This will be me reviewing how I think the current league stands after the first week. I'm a little sick right now, so it may be hard to hear me, but we'll work through it. Also, I plan on bringing these TUSPRs out every Tuesday, TUSPR Tuesday, as my friend Jaden has started calling it, so we can look forward to that. I'm very excited to present this to you guys. Last week's rankings. We had Jaden 1, me 2, Hunter 3, Drake 4, Gavin 5, Richard 6, and then so on. They do shake up a little bit. A little clarification, these are not the standings. If you want to look at the record and go figure out your standings that way, be my guest. I don't care. I think anything can happen, especially week 1. The record will play a greater role from probably week 6 onward. A team could go 0-4, and I could still think they're a top 3 team in the league. They just get unlucky. That's just how it's going to roll. If you disagree, go look at the standings. I don't care. This is just my opinion. If you don't agree, you're wrong. So for last place, are the trades helping? Chance's team. Um, Joe Burrow, week 1, probably one of the worst players ever to exist on a football field. Ramondre Stevenson looked god awful. I think he averaged 2 yards a carry. I'll talk about that later because his rookie counterpart looked amazing and he will fully be the starter by week 5. Ashton Jincy actually didn't look very good either. He got saved by a late touchdown. He averaged about 2.1 yards per carry as well. Brian Thomas Jr., there was some concern coming into the season, and I think that was warranted because he got most of his points last year with Mac Jones, and he really didn't look too great on Sunday. His new wide receiver, too, is going to be Emeka Buka or Keenan Allen, which I don't hate at all. Mark Andrews, they scored 40 points and he only got 1.5. That's not great at all. T. Higgins, the Bengals will pick it up. He'll be a fine wide receiver too. He's their wide receiver too. I don't know, this fantasy app fucking arranged it all weird. DJ Moore, I imagine he'll be benched for Keenan Allen on this team. That's probably what I would do at least. Because Keenan Allen looked to have a really good connection with Justin Herbert. Next up, fucking click. Really not sure. Ken's team. I actually like Ken's team quite a bit. Alvin Kamara looked fine. He got that touchdown. He was not getting as many receptions, which is a little bit concerning. Josh Jacobs looked inefficient, but was saved by a late touchdown. He's kind of just a touchdown machine. Devontae Adams, Puka's just the go-to guy. I think he's going to have a 2021 Cooper Kupp-esque season. Jack Smith and Jigba look great. Sam Darnold just feeding the ball. TJ Hawkinson, I really didn't watch the game too much. I watched J.J. McCarthy, who for the first 3 quarters was terrible. Apparently he picked it up in the fourth. I don't know. I was playing Rust. Isaiah Pacheco was in a committee with Kareem Hunt, Khalil Shakir. I'm not regarding that game at all because they scored 40 points and they passed it 41 times or 46 times, and they only on average pass it 31 times a game. So that's a complete outlier. That's just not going to happen every week. And then the bench, it's pretty bad. Not much to say. I think Ken's team could definitely move up if Devontae Adams does well and Alvin Kamara gets more receptions. Good wide receiver and running backs. God awful flexes though. Carson's team. I like James Cook and Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams completely disregarded all the hype of Blake Corum taking over again, and James Cook continued getting touchdowns. I don't know why it says Rashee Rice is in there. That's kind of funny. It would actually be Cortland Sutton and Malik Neighbors, which is still really good. Malik Neighbors got like 35% of the target share. It was insane. Um, Cortland Sutton was really good, even with Bo Nix not having a great game. David Njoku, I'm not going to talk about that. J.K. Dobbins, whatever. I don't really want anything to do with the Broncos running back room. And then Swift, all right. Josh Downs, and David Montgomery, whatever. I mean, it's what, the eighth place team? I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm sorry, Carson. It's not a bad team. They might move up once Rashee Rice comes back, but definitely probably need to make some moves. If the team stays healthy, this team will be really good. Zeke's team did beat me in week one. CMC, if he stays healthy the full year, he is going to be the running back one. He was the running back three, and he did not score a touchdown last week. Brees Hall looked very good. That Jets offense looked rejuvenated with Justin Fields, and I think if Brees Hall continue, he has probably the best running back duo in the league. I know someone's going to really disagree with that, but CMC is a cheat code in fantasy. AJ Brown really concerns me. This guy's receivers are interesting to say the least. Jamison Williams, that Lions offense, I don't know. A lot of mouths to feed, and Ben Johnson being gone, I don't know how it's going to look. AJ Brown got his lowest target since his rookie year of Week 5. George Kittle's hurt, which really hurts this team because he spent an early draft pick on him. Zay Flowers had an outlier game. I'm disregarding it. Roma Dunze, I didn't really watch. But yeah, Ricky Pearsall, he could easily swap in for any of these guys, and it'd be a great fit. Ricky Pearsall's going to ball out while Juwan Jennings and George Kittle are hurt. Overall, pretty good team. This team will move up if he keeps winning. Yeah, people are probably going to disagree that I don't have him a little bit higher, but it is what it is. He's really going to hate this. And I will say, though, there's a significant tier break after Zeke's team. I think those bottom 4 teams, and then there's a tier break. I'd actually put Zeke in a tier of his own, not with those other 3. But I think after Zeke, there's another tier break, and so this upper echelon. All week I've had a little bird in my ear bitching about, you need to put me higher. I need to be higher. No. Your receivers are Mike Evans and Terry McLaurin. I don't care. You got saved by Travis Kelce having a late 30-yard touchdown. Without that, Travis Kelce had like 2 points. James Conner and Trey Benson, it was a 60-40 snap share. So that running back, I think Trey Benson's a better running back in that room. Okay, I don't care. Jerry Jeudy, that Browns offense, I watched that Bengals-Browns game. That game was horrible. It was hard to watch. It was terrible. One of the worst football games I've ever watched. It was so bad. The Browns just were like, hey, Bengals, I know you guys suck week 1, but here you go. Our kicker's retarded. And they lost. So, Mike Evans, I mean, he's fine. He's going to be all right. But is your wide receiver 1? And Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel completely out-targeted him, and it wasn't even close. Terry McLaurin's going to have to get a deep touchdown, or he's just not going to get that short receiving work. Bijan Saquon, yeah, that's good. But Bijan Saquon and Jalen aren't going to win you weeks every single week. Other than that, the team has massive holes in it. And I can show you, this was Gavin's team week 1. He traded away Keenan Allen and Emeka Egbuka for Terry McLaurin. I think Emeka Egbuka or Keenan Allen alone would have been better than Terry McLaurin for the rest of the season, but that's just me. He got rid of Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill turns it around. He's better than Terry McLaurin. I don't know. That Dolphins offense is interesting. But I think this week 1 team, if he just wouldn't have made any trades, I think it's currently better than, I can't go back now, than what he had. But I don't know. He just needs to stop making trades. Him, Hunter, and Chance, they love making trades with each other. But I'm sure I'm going to get a text here soon about, oh, I need to be at least 4. I'm sure I'm going to get a text for these next 2. Yeah, he's really not going to like this. Richard's team. I actually wanted to put Richard's team at 4. Maybe even 3. I really like Richard's team. I think it's amazing. If he puts Jay Herbo in, that's Justin Herbert looked amazing Friday night against the Chiefs. Devon Achane, even on that terrible Dolphins offense, Devon Achane still figured out a way to put up really good numbers. Bucky Irving looked like a workhorse back in that Tampa game. Marvin Harrison looked really good too. He almost had another touchdown, and he should have, but it was a bad throw by Kyler. 10 McMillian, he was really the only bright spot in that Panthers offense besides maybe Chuba Hubbard. Brock Bowers' injury, I don't know how serious it is. I think he'll be back, if not this week, next, which will be fine. DK Metcalf, I think he'll be fine too. With that Steelers offense, it looked pretty good. I think he's bound to get some touchdowns. And Jacoby Myers looked phenomenal. His bench is interesting. I'm not a huge fan of. Michael Pittman's actually pretty good. He could probably trade Michael Pittman and someone else and get another better receiver. But overall, I like Richard's team. I think it's really good. It's an all-around good team. I'll get another text for this team, but this score that he had won't happen every week. It's Hunter's team. Hunter just did a trade to get Jonathan Taylor back instead of Saquon. Um, but Jamar Chase only scored 4 points, and Hunter ended up losing the week. And I think he played the league's highest score this week. That's not going to happen every week. Jamar isn't going to average 4.8 points all year. Now, he did get kind of bailed out by Josh Allen scoring 40, and now that I think about it, that kind of canceled out with Jamar Chase's bad game. Lad McConkey, I'm kind of concerned about his usage, considering Quentin Johnson and Keenan Allen got all the red zone targets, and excuse me, and most of the work, honestly. Lad will, I think he'll be a consistent 15 points a game though. Cal Pitts was fine. Flexes are kind of terrible, but he'll be able to put Jonathan Taylor and Tyreek Hill in instead of Jalen Warren. Actually, Jalen Warren wasn't too bad, but it's whatever, I guess. Travis Etienne with Tank Bigsby getting traded to the Eagles. Travis Etienne, I think he's going to be back to how he was 2 years ago, which sucks because I had him in every league last year, and he was maybe the worst player I've ever seen. But yeah, Hunter seems pretty solid. It'll definitely win games. This is a solid week one. This team's just solid. It's Drake's team, right? You got Derrick Henry and Chase Brown. Derrick Henry kind of had an outlier game, and Chase Brown got 100% of the running back work. So he's going to have more than 13 points every week. It's just how it is. The Bengals offense was just really bad. CD was fine. He dropped a few balls. Could have had a monster game if he would have just caught everything, basically. Garrett Wilson looked really good in that Jets offense. Evan Ingram, not so much. RJ Harvey, also not so much. And Devontae Smith, also not so much. He needs some flex work, but I think with his running backs and receivers, I think that alone's enough to win him games. And Baker's fine, too. What will the rookies do? Bad team. I'm sure I'm gonna get text. Oh, you lost week one. I don't care. Anybody can lose week one. Fantasy football's it's a lot of luck, honestly, on a week-to-week basis. Over the course of the season, though, on a week-to-week basis, though, yes, it is luck. Um, Omari Hanson, Drake May, he played all right. Chuba Hubbard got kind of saved by a late 30-yard receiving touchdown or 20 yards, something like that. Other than that, his week was all right. Omari Hampton got, I think it was 84% of the snap share or for running backs for the Chargers, which only Chase Brown was higher. So as a rookie, that is extremely promising. He went against Kansas City Chiefs defense. I think by week 5 or so, we will see Omari Hampton just be the lead back there and really pick it up. Amon-Ra, I like Amon-Ra. He didn't have a great week. He's actually on the trade block. I'm interested in a better running back or a better quarterback if anybody watching would like to make a deal. Amon-Ra is on the trade block if anybody wants him. But I still think I think he'll do fine. I'll keep him if nobody wants him. But Puka's going to be the wide receiver one this year if he stays healthy. Matthew Stafford stays healthy and he can catch a few more touchdowns. He just is. He's that Rams offense. As soon as he came out with a concussion mid-game, that team kind of fell apart. But he ended up with 24 points without even scoring a touchdown. Trey McBride, awesome. Really the only good tight end left that's healthy. Brock Bowers lingering. We'll see. Drake London had 38% target share, unheard of, and he had less. He only basically had 1 point per target. That's not going to happen every week. Travion Henderson, Roger Stevenson, one of the worst players I've ever seen. Travion Henderson looked phenomenal. He averaged 5 yards a carry, got 6 targets, and 6 catches. If that continues, extremely high floor and high ceiling. Bench is all right. I'm kind of running out of time, so I've got to hurry up. This team's good. I don't nothing else to see. Had to be one. Jaden's team won, and it still looks good. Justin Jefferson still QB proof once as always. Nico Collins. Okay, he didn't have a great week. Sam Laporta looked fine even with the Ben Johnson gone. Debo had a great week. George Pickens, not so much. Kenneth Walker, how's Zach Charbonnet going to do? Lamar, awesome. Jahmyr Gibbs, still amazing floor, even with hardly any rushing yards. Tyler Warren, amazing. Rest of the bench, okay. Jaden seemed really good. Thanks for watching. This is not financial advice or anything. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong. And these aren't the standings. They're my opinion. So thank you.